حدثنا علي بن عبد الله قال حدثنا سفيان قال حدثنا عمرو قال أخبرني وهب بن منبه عن أخيه قال سمعت أبو هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه يقول ما من أصحاب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أحد أكثر حديثا عنه مني إلا ما كان من عبد الله بن عمرو فإنه كان يكتب ولا أكتب. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. Respected elders, young brothers, friends, mothers and sisters, at this very moment we are all sitting in the masjid in the circle of hadith from the book Saheeh Al Bukhari, and I have just managed to read a hadith, a very statement of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, a very famous companion of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he used to praise all the time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he used to say, all the praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has bestowed upon me the companionship of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And he used to say, all the praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has taught me the Quran which was revealed to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Abu Huraira was very famous with his kunya. Abu Huraira was not his name because of his attachment with the kittens, with the cats. They say he had a small kitten and he loved it so much that in the at daytime he used to keep it with him, and at night time he would leave it just on the tree. And he would say that he had long sleeves and he would keep the kitten in his sleeves. So from there he was known as Abu Huraira, the father of kitten. His name was Abdul Rahman bin Sakhar, and he was from Yemen. And he accompanied Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for 4 years, and he was from amongst the Ashab Sufa, those poor Sahaba Ikram who dedicated their time 24 hours for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu here, he states that no one among the Sahaba Ikram has ever narrated more ahadith than me, except Abdullah bin Amr, because he used to write hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, I did not. He used to write the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I never used to write. Now, when we look at the books of hadith, we find Abu Hurairah anhu narrated 5,374 ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we find in the books of hadith that Abdullah bin Amr, his ahadith in number are only, according to some muhaddithin, 700, and according to some 500. Now, Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu here, his statement is that no one from amongst the Sahaba has more ahadith than me, except Abdullah bin Amr. But in reality, we find his ahadith are more. They're in number, they're in thousands. And we find Abdullah bin Amr's ahadith are just 500 or 700. The reason behind this is, number one, Abdullah bin Amr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, his profession was not to teach. He was from amongst the companion of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam who occupied the time in dhikr, in remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once his father, Amr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, went to see him and he wasn't at home. And he asked his wife, "How is Abdullah?" She said, "Abdullah is fine, is good. But he fasts during the daytime and at night he worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." When the father heard this, he was worried. Every day he fasts and at night he spends the whole night in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He went to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and he said, "O Prophet of Allah, my son Abdullah, he fasts every day and at night he worships." Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam called Abdullah bin Amr. He said, "I have been informed about you that you fast during the daytime regularly and you spend the whole night in the worship, in the dhikr, in the ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is this true?" He said, "Yes, Prophet of Allah." Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him, "Don't fast every day. Fast every other day." Meaning fast according how Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam used to fast. He used to fast one day and he used to miss one day. And then Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked him, "How often do you complete the recitation of Quran?" He replied by saying, "I complete one Quran every night. I complete one Quran every night." Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him, "No, this is too much. This is too much." And then Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him, "Look, your body has a right upon you. Your family, your wife has a right upon you. Your guest has a right upon you. Your soul has a right upon you. You should give a right to everyone who is entitled to the right." So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told him to finish one Quran in a month. But he said to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, "O Prophet of Allah, I'm young, strong. I can, this finishing in a month, this is nothing for me." So then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, eventually Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him, "Well, okay, if you think you can do more, then finish Quran in 3 days. Finish Quran in 3 days." So Abdullah bin Amr radiallahu ta'ala, who was from amongst the Sahaba Ikram, who was just occupied in worship, ibadat, teaching students, wasn't his profession. Similar Sahabi Abu Darda radiallahu ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam established a brotherhood bond between him and Salman radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Salman radiallahu ta'ala anhu once went to visit him and he wasn't at home. And he asked his wife, "How is my brother Abu Darda?" She replied, "Your brother Abu Darda, he has no interest in the pleasure of this dunya. In the pleasure of this dunya, he just worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the whole night." Abu Darda radiallahu ta'ala comes in and the food was prepared. It was daytime and the food was placed in front of them. Abu Darda excuses, "I'm fasting." Salman radiallahu ta'ala said, "Wallahi, I will not eat unless you eat." So he had to, it was nafli, optional fast. So he had to break his fast. And Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah says, if someone is fasting during the daytime, meaning the optional fast, nafli fast, and if a guest comes, if for the sake of guest, he can break the fast. But he has to make up later on. But he can, for the sake of a guest, he can break his fast. So Abu Darda radiallahu ta'ala anhu, so he had to break his fast for the sake of his brother Hazrat Salman. So it was when the night came, Hazrat Abu Darda, he got ready for the worship, for the ibadah, for the tahajjud. So his brother said to him, Salman, no, sleep, go to sleep. So he slept. Then after a while, he woke up again for the worship. Hazrat Salman said to him, no, go to sleep. You need a rest. Go to sleep. He went to sleep. Then when the last hours of the night were remaining, he woke up. And Salman radiallahu ta'ala also woke up, and they both read the Tahajjud prayer. And there's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when the last hour, meaning the last third of the night remains, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends on the lowest of heaven, and then Allah says, calls, is there anyone who needs anything? Is there anyone who has been afflicted by anything? Is there anyone who is in distress? And is there anyone who is in illness? Come and ask me, beg me. I'm here to respond, and I'm here to answer your calls. So Hazrat Salman said to him, you go to sleep. And when the last hours of the night were remaining, they both stood up and read the Tahajjud. And then he said to the Prophet, then he said to his brother, he said, look, your family has a right upon you, your guest has a right upon you, your body has a right upon you. And then Hazrat Abu Darda radiallahu ta'ala, who went next day to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he complained, he said, O Prophet of Allah, my brother Salman came to me, and last night he didn't let me worship the whole night, and I only got a chance to worship Allah in the last hour of the night. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after hearing this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Sadaqa Salman. Salman radiallahu ta'ala, who has spoke the truth. What he said, he was right in that. So Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr radiallahu ta'ala, his profession was not teaching. Hazrat Abu Huraira, the other hand, his profession was teaching. And he settled in Madinatul Munawwara. And then Madinatul Munawwara was central place for knowledge. People used to come to seek the knowledge. And Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr, he moved to Taif. And Taif was the place people not used to go there. And there's another reason, and that is, some say that Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr, he had the knowledge of the divine books, the past books. And sometimes he used to relate something from those books, and the people would not go to him. Why? Fearing that the ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and those statements of the Torah and Injil will mix up. So they would not go to him for the hadith. So he would only narrate the hadith when people would come to him, and he would narrate. And there's another reason that he wouldn't narrate the hadith. That was, he was so fearful. The hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which he says that man kadaba aliyya muta'ammidan falyatabawwa maq'adahu min an-nar. The one who attributes a saying to me, towards me, which I have not said, then he should make his abode Jahannam. So he used to be so fearful that he would think, I might say something that Rasulullah had said, and then I will make my abode Jahannam. For this very reason, he would never narrate the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Hazrat Abu Hurairah, his profession was always narrating the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the reason Imam Bukhari rahmatullah has brought this hadith is to refute those people who claim that the ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam were written 200 years after the death of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He tries to prove that, look here, Abu Hurairah is saying, I never used to write the hadith, and Abdullah bin Amr used to write the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our majlis and make it means of forgiveness. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتوب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمته.